Hey, if you have a steel boat, you've got to learn how to weld.
Hey, I need like a safety talk. Mixed Russian dentist and American engineer with 30 years age difference who throw it all away for ocean exploration.
Sell everything, fix steel boat, and sail away.
Time for big guns.
This is definitely the nastiest job I've ever been doing.
Never too late to see the world through our channel. Subscribe and share the adventure. Hi, my name is Dr. Yana.
And I'm Captain William.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we are not gonna have a Q&A, but we will answer all your questions, guys, in the live on the 23rd
Of January.
in 2 weeks. So put that reminder out there.
Watch to the end because in this episode, instead of Q&A, we both gave a little bit of comments about this past year. See you there.
Okay, we are ready.
So I set a test piece up, show you how to run a bead. Wait a minute.
Well, you told me to bring something that I don't care for. Mickey Mouse Sailor can catch some fire.
Practice first here.
Wait, is there something I should be like aware of? It's not gonna electrocute me?
No, fire is the biggest problem with clothes that burn. I'll stand watch.
Hey, I need like a safety talk.
Safety talk starts with clothing, so that's already overboard.
A helmet.
Hey, if you have a steel boat, you've got to learn how to weld. When you start to weld, it'll turn black. So that's the new style helmet. It's gonna spark and make a bunch of fire. Don't jump and don't throw this down on the floor.
Wait, what kind of welding is that?
This is wire welding.
Wire welding.
Yes, for you, I said that purposely. And you'll see through the helmet what's happening with the wire. This is one of those pretty basic. When you squeeze the trigger, a guy told me once it's like doing a hot melt glue gun. Similar. And
Wire welding. That's all I need. I'm doing wire welding.
it's actually called MIG.
Are we gonna lose that?
Keep it going. Steady, easy hand. Don't go fast. You have to keep the same spacing all the time. You can't go up and down. A lot slower. You're not staying close enough to the metal. As soon as it burns away, you're pulling backwards. Just let it sit there for a minute, let it melt into the steel. You can't just keep, you just have to go. You know what we call that?
What?
Bird shit from 50,000 feet. Good. When it sounds like bacon frying, then you know you're doing something correct. So now let's try a real part. This corner, you want to weld that corner.
Bad idea. God save the boat.
Good job.
Kind of being welded.
Let me see. Yeah, you burned a hole in it.
So you can actually melt it to the point where it's bad?
If you don't keep moving, the wire is just going to cut a hole in the steel like you did.
I thought there was a metal there when I started.
There was.
Maybe I'll need more lessons.
We have more pilot house.
This is actually much harder than I thought. When he was doing that, I'm like, that's easy. It's not. He's doing final welding of the pilot house. There are still some pieces here and there that he had to finish. I hope you guys like welding because you're gonna see a lot of it on this channel.
Welding support structures for the latitude and longitude movement, and also have welded the cross braces for all of the windows on the front and the side that are pre-drilled. So now we're ready to install windows. Jet thrusters. I bet you're thinking Top Gun. How about jet stern thruster on the boat? This is the design. Stainless steel tubes, actually tube inside of tube, through stainless steel valves. It'll be 2-inch output, there'll be a 4-inch input, and be able to divert the water jet from the port to the starboard side. So it's kind of a hybrid system of what's out there from Holland with a lot more robust parts. So come along and take a look. Welding the pipes, double pipes, onto the flange so that I don't have to worry about gaskets, bolts, and corrosion. So when the jet thruster gets mounted onto Dawn Hunter, this pipe will be welded in 2 places, double, into the hull. So it'll be a complete stainless steel output section. There will be a flap that'll automatically open and close to keep barnacles and items from going inside.
When the water shoots out from the pipe, the flap gonna go automatically open, and then the water goes out. When there is no flow, then the flap automatically goes in, and little creatures can't make this little pipe their home. I think I'm gonna make William start doing some pretty cool metal art. What I don't understand is that how a person doing this can be working here. Just look at this disaster.
I hate when people come and take something from my bench, because although it looks like a nightmare, I know where every single piece is. My little adapter is somewhere missing. Were you over here by my bench? Jet thruster. Putting a stern and a thruster system on this boat is just about impossible as a double ender. So by using water jet propulsion, I'm able to have a stern thruster design. The holes are cut on the bow and the starboard side. Now I'm about to weld the tubes in place. They will have a shutoff valve inside, so when I'm not using the boat near marinas, they'll be closed off completely.
So tell me how that water is going to move this boat around. Isn't it like dangerous to be pumping that much of water by pressure inside the boat? You're not going to sink?
No, because I wouldn't be putting a hole in the boat. Well, you should never put a hole in a good boat anyway, but the design is the same as a jet pumps in a hot tub. So it takes the water and pumps with a high pressure pump that gives the jet and the circulation. So here we're going to be pumping water in from outside through a jet pump, and then either diverting it with a valve to the port or starboard side. And the valves that we welded in on each side and the pipes are for the output. But the output on each side has a valve, just like a seacock, that'll stay off. And the input has a valve, seacock. So the whole system will be off when we're not needing it. And when we turn it back on again, then we can use it. So when we get near marinas, we'll turn it on. The rest of the time, it'll be seacocks that are closed down. I was thinking about connecting it to the toilet, so you could just keep flushing when you got in the marina. You want to go flush.
And how this is different from hydraulics? That the bow one, the bow thruster?
Well, the bow thruster in the front's using hydraulics, and it's running off of the main engine. So the main engine needs to be running for the bow thruster to be working.
So it's not going to work if the engine is not working?
Correct. Which you kind of have a problem anyway. But the good thing about the jet thruster is it's either electric or hydraulic. In this case, I decided to start out with a hydraulic. But we can get literally alongside the dock and turn the bow thruster on and the stern thruster, and we can move the boat sideways. So you can park it in or out of bad situations. And because it's hydraulic, it can run as long as we want it to. So you could be standing on the dock, pushing a button and having the thrusters work to move the boat.
Okay.
Well, it isn't like we can close the holes back up.
Today at my delivery, this thing is heavy as shit. I have no idea what's inside. And they told me to deliver this to William to the marina. Hey, what did you order again?
What's that?
I don't know. Maybe new coffee maker. But it's a little heavy for a coffee maker. I hope not.
I guess you didn't open it.
No. Wait, I have something to open it with. Ta 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 ta! A knife!
In my pocket of my jacket. Can't believe you have this in the pocket.
Woo!
What do you mean where else? You put your hand in there, you're gonna come out full of blood. And then my jacket needs cleaning.
Nah.
Oh shit.
More parts.
No.
As usual.
Damn. That's the valve.
Valve? What valve?
For the inlet of the bow thruster.
Hope not. Woo. This thing is huge.
Yeah, it's the valve. So this is the inlet valve. Wow.
There is also an outlet valve.
Well, I guess this beast goes on here, and it's the shut off. So we can attach it when we want to shut it off, and then take it off when we want to turn it on. So we have this big arm sticking up. But this is all going under the bed.
Are we safe with that big thing underneath us?
Me? Sure. You're always safe. Oh, the valve. Good thing about the pole here is we can get in and out of bed and have something to hold on to when we're rolling around. Or I guess if we run out of money, we can always like offer free shows. For sure you and not me. What do you think? No?
Yeah, I was not a very much fan of this pole movement in the bedroom. It looks okay. I was expecting much worse. So when we wrap the rope around it, I think it's gonna look alright.
So how are we gonna wrap the rope and still get the door open?
I don't care. You will have to cut that part out. You didn't think of that? So grind away your thing. Make a hole in the post. So how are we gonna wrap a rope around the post if it's so tight?
We have 1/8 of an inch clearance for a rope. The only tight part is where the little latch is, and that'll go just fine. 6 months ago when I was looking at moving the mast, I was downstairs and I said, oh shit, what about the doors opening and the compression pipe being in the right place? So I had to measure where the door went, and I had to measure where the cabinets would open and close, and still have the ability to get the mast in a proper position. So the whole pilot house, the whole design upstairs, everything was all designed around a bathroom door.
Sometimes I really think that the mission of this man is to give me a heart attack. Let me know in the comments if this setup looks to you as dangerous as it looks to me. You know that it's dangerous to stand this way?
Which way?
So why are you trying to kill here yourself? You know, if you don't wanna travel, you can just tell me. You don't have to like.
What's gonna kill me is this helmet messing up my hair. The final last pieces of the anchoring system and bow pulpit. I had to add support tension tubes on each side because we will be mounting roller furling off the very front. And with two 75-pound anchors, I had to make sure that this was like totally part of the boat. I'm now finishing the two support arms and welding the chain guides into the bow pulpit. And this guy will be done. Getting a TIG welder up here and standing on a ladder on a scaffolding is not the easiest thing.
Why do you have that huge welder with you there? What's wrong with that one?
The clutch welder is a MIG welder. It's kind of for tacking and getting things stationary, but TIG is the best way to go for strength in stainless steel. So I'm doing stainless to stainless, so I had to bring up the big guy.
Sometimes I'd rather not see him working.
I've added a starboard and port support tube. We have a lower support tube, and now I'm welding the chain guides to the actual bow pulpit. So it'll all be one complete piece, part of the hull, and connected directly to the windlass.
Wow, that was a long year. Now 2021 is here, and we actually, instead of months in front of us with a boat refit, we are looking into weeks.
Hey guys, Happy New Year, 2021. It's pretty much amazing because I remember like 1999 and the year 2000, all of the big things that were going to happen that didn't. And here we are all these years later. We also have 1 year in the boatyard. The refit has taken a lot longer than anticipated, but you know, like in the construction business, we say working on a boat is like peeling an onion. As each time you peel something away, you cry a little bit more than when you started.
It's been a huge learning curve to me personally, not to William, I'm sure, maybe to him too, I don't know. Anything from grinding to painting to bilge working and all of that stuff that I thought will take me a few hours, and it took me a few weeks.
But we've been fortunate to be in a great place. We've gotten a lot done on the boat. I actually did a lot more than I had anticipated, but I wanted to make sure that the boat had the ability for Yana to be able to not only drive it, but maneuver it and get it into a marina in the slip in the event anything happened.
But the good thing about all of this struggle, I want to say suffer, suffer might be a better word. The fact that once we actually start traveling, and when I hear something, I will know what is it, or at least have an idea that what it can be, because before we started I haven't realized that the boat is a one big ass mechanism and a machine versus just like a boat, you know. Now I learned so much about it. I know most of the systems, and for a woman like me, very far from anything technical, I feel pretty damn confident to go and travel.
Kind of like single-handing a boat of this size and weight is quite a challenge for an experienced boater.
There were so many times when William was so hard on me when I would think it's not that necessary, but I realize now that all of this was actually right, and we would have some arguments about things, how they should be done, but in the end of the day I've learned that he has so much experience that even if I don't do something later on, it figures that he was right. So my mistake costed us some time and money. So now I also learned to trust him much more than I used to, and I think this is very essential for the future travels. So I'm super excited about our very soon departure to unknown lands, and maybe known lands. And yeah, I'm looking very much forward to end this refit and start traveling.
At the same time, I started quite a interesting engineering shop here and working with a lot of the different business owners, and have some projects that I've picked up along the way that are quite fun. It's allowed me to learn a lot more about sailboats, their designs and constructions.
The only one concern I have is the fact that William did find so many good people here. He made so many friends. He helps to a lot of people with their boats, and he literally started a new small business with his engineering shop fixing the boats. So I really don't know how we're gonna leave and how I will be able to get him out of here.
Challenge is going to be next to put the boat in the water, and then we have some time left to do the interior work, button things up, and some shakedown tests. So we're probably 3 or 4 months out. Realistically, I could say a month, but I think longer. Thank you for being with us. Welcome aboard for the next chapter. of 2021. It's been great meeting everybody and working with everyone, and we hope that you guys all stay with us. Now back to work.
And you guys are going with us.
And a very special thank you to 2 new patrons. Ta-da! So, shout out to Irving Powell, thank you, and to
Bernard Joseph Dahlstrom. Thank you guys so much. And we also made a quick announcement that once we hit 10 patrons, we're going to make a private group chat. So if you are a patron, please email us your phone number or leave it on Patreon in messages.